Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another coffee talk where I take an interesting topic and give it to you in the time it takes to drink a cup of coffee. So grab yourself a cup of coffee, make sure it is piping hot, add you some cream and some sugar. And if coffee is not what you do, perhaps a nice herbal tea is more for you. Make sure it is steeped to perfection and add some honey if you please. And if you don't do coffee or tea, perhaps a nice smoothie would be better for you. And let's get into today's hot topic, which is Project 2025 Implications and Concerns for People of Color. So, grab your beverage and let's drink this hot coffee. What is Project 2025? If you don't know what it is an approximately 1,000-page document. Project 2025 is an initiative launched by the Heritage Foundation with the goal of preparing for a conservative administration by 2025. It is a comprehensive policy blueprint aimed at reshaping the federal government and implementing these conservative policies. The project outlines a detailed plan to overhaul federal agencies, reducing government regulation, and implementing conservative policies across the various sectors, including education, healthcare, and immigration. The plan is supported by a coalition of conservative think tank, policy experts, and advocacy groups aiming to shape the direction of federal governance for decades to come. While it encompasses a wide range of issues, its potential impact on marginalized communities, particularly people of color, has sparked significant concerns. In this video, I'm going to delve into what Project 2025 entails and why people of color in the United States should be particularly attentive to its developments. Here are some of the key components of Project 2025. Government reform. Project 2025 advocates for a significant reduction in the size and scope of the federal government. This includes eliminating certain agencies and cutting down on regulation and decentralizing powers to the states. Healthcare. Project 2025 aims to repeal the Affordable Care Act and replace it with a market-based healthcare system. This could potentially reduce coverage for millions of Americans, disproportionately affecting people of color who benefited from the Affordable Care Act. But on this one, I'm really questioning how they're going to do this because former President Obama, who by profession is a constitutional attorney, embedded the Affordable Care Act into the Constitution. It means that they would have to redo the Constitution in order to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. Education. The project emphasizes school choice, promoting charter schools, and reducing federal involvement in education. It supports policies that could lead to more privatized education systems, and this could be a serious issue because how many people can actually afford to send their children to a private school? Immigration. The project supports stricter immigration policies, including enhanced border security, reduction in illegal immigration, and more stringent asylum processes. These measures are likely to impact immigrant communities, many of whom are people of color. Economic policies. Project 2025 advocates for tax cuts, deregulation, and policies aimed at stimulating economic growth through free market principles. Critics argue that these policies often favor the wealthy and could exacerbate economic disparities. So, why should people of color be concerned? First of all, health disparities. The proposed repeal of the Affordable Care Act and a shift to a market based healthcare system could disproportionately affect people of color who have benefited from expanded healthcare coverage under the Affordable Care Act. The potential of loss of coverage and increased healthcare costs could widen existing health disparities. Educational inequity. Project 2025's emphasis on school choice and charter schools may divert funds from public schools, which serve a significant number of students of color. This could exacerbate educational inequality and limit opportunities for students in underfunded schools. And one of my concerns is that children who are with developmental disabilities who cannot afford or parents cannot afford to privatize schools will be put at a grave disadvantage if funding is taken away from public education. Immigration policies. Stricter immigration policies and enforcement could lead to increased deportations and family separations, disproportionately affecting immigrant communities of color. The reduction in legal immigration avenues could also limit opportunities for many aspiring immigrants. Economic inequality. The economic policies proposed in Project 2025, such as tax cuts and deregulation, tend to benefit the wealthy and corporations. People of color who are more likely to be in lower economic brackets may not see the same benefits, potentially widening the economic gap. Criminal justice and civil rights. Although not explicitly covered in the main points of Project 2025, the overall conservative shift in governance could lead to rollbacks in criminal justice reforms and civil rights protections, areas where people of color are particularly vulnerable. Project 2025 represents a significant shift in federal policy direction, driven by conservative principles. While its proponents argue that it will lead to a more efficient and prosperous America, the potential implications for people of color are profound. From healthcare and education to immigration and economic policies, the proposed changes could exacerbate existing disparities and hinder progress towards equality. It is crucial that marginalized communities and their allies stay informed and engaged in the political process to advocate for policies that promote equity and justice. And I want everyone who possibly can, who is a person of color, to please look at this 1,000-page document. It's a lot of pages, but it's important that we stay educated on Project 2025. Now, I see that I am at the end of my time today, and as y'all can hear, it's the 4th of July, which is why I'm putting this out today. So I am going to go get myself another cup of coffee so I can start working on my next video. And while I am doing that, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe now, and make sure that you double tap that bell so you're notified of all my upcoming videos. And also, please follow me on all my other social media. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram as DC The Purple Diva, and you can follow me on my other YouTube channel, The Purple Diva Den, where I do spoken word. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace and blessings from the West Side. I'll see you guys. I'm out. Peace.